Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. On the Solana chart, you can see here that we're still moving in this previously defined range. The market is just moving sideways at the moment and we're waiting for clear impulses of the market. Clear impulses, that means we need a 5-wave pattern or at least a breakout into one direction. At the moment, we are moving above the lower support level there and below resistance. So we have a level down there at 119. That's the support level, and the $159 level, or let's call it 159.50, that's the nearest resistance that we have here. The red and green lines give you a defined range that, I mean, it's tradable, absolutely. We need a breakout either way to give us a clear sense of direction. Normally, sideways correction or sideways consolidation, it certainly isn't really a clear setup for, let's say, higher prices. We need a breakout first, you know. Those consolidation patterns can easily break to the downside in a trend continuation, but often what happens is that they morph into larger corrections. So for example, we have an A wave down, okay, after we have a third wave that likely topped here. And then this looks like correction. It's typically not a great setup for higher, at least not on a sustained basis. It's a shaky foundation typically. But what the Elliott wave structures allow for is an extended B wave, for example. So that we say, okay, A wave down, that was the low that formed here around the 13th of April. Then maybe we're now in the B wave, which could unfold as an A, B, C structure. And this is now a C wave higher, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would be absolutely possible, okay? But to, let's say, believe that or follow that with confidence, I need a break. We have a very clear breakout point up there around 159.50. Looking at further downside then, we have an A wave down there, obviously. The B wave could have topped already. And if we get a break below 119, that would be the start of the C wave, okay? Or at least it would be confirmation that wave C to the downside is unfolding. But at the moment, it's just moving sideways, and therefore we just need to be patient. I mentioned to you before, we could also be working on a triangle. Yeah, I mean, the yellow count suggests that the B wave might have topped here, but it's also very much possible the B wave just extends a bit. There's basically, for me, the same count. Until we get a break below 119, there is no confirmation that wave C has started. I mean, it's actually quite simple. I mean, for example, for someone who wants to trade the C wave down lower, you have a very, very clear stop level, which is basically above the green line, yeah? But is it a high probability setup? For me, not so much, because we only have a 3-wave move down and no clear impulses to the downside. So it's very, very, these basically it's double top, double bottom, doesn't really give you very, very clear probabilities. So, but yeah, from a reward to risk point of view, you could say that there's a good reward to risk ratio to the downside, but then we've got plenty of support along the way, like the $119 level. So here we just have to be a little bit patient until the market gives us some clarity, which it would do if we get a 5-wave pattern, okay, a small 5-wave pattern. This here is just corrective sideways action. The move down was in 3 waves, so it technically leaves the door open for higher. Unfortunately, the double bottom makes it a bit ambiguous because this low here on the 1st of May was a slightly lower low. So you could even count that as 5 waves down, which would emphasize further downside. But the question is it going to happen directly, or do we get a larger B wave first? So unfortunately here, yeah, I don't have much clarity. No clear edge, let's say it like that, on the shorter time frame. Did we have similar patterns before? Well, we had something similar here, just on a much smaller scale. And you can actually see that this was also a wave 4, which then led to a continuation higher, okay? But then it was the upside breakout point that basically at the time provided like a breakout signal, right? So this top here, and then we can start to follow it higher. But we were here in the midst of a third wave. It's likely the third is over. Yeah. And also here, yeah, to at least consider the idea of going higher, we need that break above 159.50. There's, no way around it. And then we can follow the high B wave. And if it then forms another 4-5, we have an additional extension higher, but then at least we can put some additional support levels on the chart, which would allow us to track that. For example, it's always possible, because we have only a clear 3-wave move down, it's always possible that it extends higher, but I wouldn't say it's very probable, okay? Everything can happen. What is, I think, at least not improbable and definitely worth considering is this high B wave. I mean, but, you know, unless you're a breakout trader and you trade that as a breakout, there's really not much to do at the moment, because we don't really have a decent, we don't have a pullback. If we get a pullback back to the red zone, there could be an interesting bounce from there, and maybe even worth considering maybe trading for that E wave or an extended B wave if it breaks up higher. But now we're just below resistance, right? So you could as well wait for the breakout. But yeah, all of this is not really, you know, you need to use additional indicators, a different trading system. Elliott wave doesn't really give you a clear edge here. Basically, that doesn't mean Elliott wave doesn't work. It just means that it tells us that probabilities are fairly similar at the moment, fairly balanced. But that's precisely why the market isn't moving. Okay, the market doesn't know itself what it wants to do. So, you know, then also Elliott wave can't magically look into the future there. It just tells us at the moment we just need to be cautious everywhere, and it's pretty slow market phase right now. Soon the market will clarify its intentions, and yeah, trading is often just a waiting game. That's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.